Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of Next Step Espresso, your daily shot of fitness. I am your host, as always, Johnny Landals from Next Step Nutrition, bringing you the podcast that helps you overcome the nutrition confusion and get results for good. Today, we're on episode 416. A lot of the time, we can get tripped up and we can sabotage ourselves because methods change and our routine changes, right? We can get very, very fixated on needing the perfect routine, needing to use the perfect methods that work for us. And then if something goes awry or if something changes, we can find ourselves in a sticky situation, right? Life is going to get in the way. Things are going to change. Unexpected things will turn up. Plans will change. Things will get thrown on your desk that you need to do. You might lose your job. 2020 has shown us that life can get thrown in the air with very, very little notice, right? And so when this happens, we need to be prepared. We need to be prepared that over time, your methods will change, and that's okay, right? You're not always going to be tracking calories, let's say. If you're tracking calories now, there will be a time when that won't work for you. If you've tracked in the past and it doesn't work for you anymore, know that that's okay. You're not broken. I haven't tracked calories for years now. And back when I was losing weight in 2015 for the first time ever, that was the only way that I found possible for me to see how I could fit things into my day, have a balance, and actually get results, right? But that won't always be the case for you. You may not always have the time. You may not actually have the same goals, right? You might have lost weight and now the goal is maintenance, which requires a different method. Maybe actually the goal now is putting on some muscle, which again will require a different method. No matter what happens through your life, the principles of nutrition remain the same. You need to adjust your calorie intake in order to make some kind of change of body weight. You want to be having mostly a very high quality food diet, meaning a lot of your foods are very nutrient dense and very low calorie, and the rest are the fun, flexible foods, right? And that's why we use the 80-20 principle. 80% of your food and drink coming from whole food sources and 20% coming from everything else. Once you've got those two things nailed, you can do pretty much whatever you want. If you want to have a vegetarian diet, if you want to have a vegan diet, if you want to eat low fat, if you want to eat low carb, it's all cool, right? The principles will remain the same. So how can you abide by these principles even when your goals change or the methods may need to change? That's what you need to ask yourselves. When you find yourself banging your head against the wall because a method that you used to work no longer works for you, ask yourself the question, how can I follow the principles that I know work for me, and how can I build the habits despite routine, life, everything else getting in the way? Maybe it's using a hunger scale and some intuitive eating rather than using MyFitnessPal. Maybe it's actually eating to slightly overfull because your goal is now to gain muscle and perform at your best, right? Maybe because time is shorter, you actually need to think, well, how can I make my prep quicker and more efficient? How can I use more ready-made food to my advantage while still eating plenty of fruit and vegetables? Over time, you'll get better at this, but what you desperately need to do is find a set of habits that work no matter what life throws at you, right? No matter how busy you are, no matter what you've got going on, the methods that you use might change, and that's okay, but how can you abide by those principles, and how can you abide by those habits? Habits that we love and use with all of our clients are eating mindfully and slowly, eating protein with most meals, eating plenty of fruit and veg a day, and making sure that we move on a daily basis. And I'm sure if you can incorporate that into your life on a step-by-step basis, then you're going to be going a hell of a great way to smashing your 2021 fitness goals. And of course, if you ever need help with those, then do reach out to us via a direct message or an email, and we'll be happy to help. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Next Step Espresso. If you did, please take the time to rate and review the show or share it with someone you find would find it interesting. Help the podcast grow. Tag us on Instagram with listening, the hashtag Next Step Espresso. tag Next Step Nutrition Limited into it. We would love to know of you guys enjoying the show, and wait until Friday, January 1st, for our big announcement and our big giveaway that we're doing this month with the podcast. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for another Daily Shot of Fitness.